No. Oh.
He's okay, he just spun around.
Good morning, everyone. It is minus 15 right now, and it looks like another beautiful day here on the island. We're hoping that some of those clouds are snow, because as you can see, it is just, there's no snow anywhere. So it'd be nice to have some snow, and then we can play in it. But it has been, yeah, minus 15 every night, and then like only the high of minus 8 during the day for about 5 days now. So that means a new challenge. But I mean, it's not really a challenge. It's just, yeah. So we don't really talk about it, but it means our septic just kind of freezes, and then you can't flush anymore on the toilet on the inside. And even when you take a shower, I've been having to put a tote in the shower, and then you shower and then you dump the water out that way. And now we are back to using the outhouse. Normally this is just for the month of January and halfway through February. And then we're back to the inside toilet. So I think the next time we go into town, I'm going to buy one of those battery lights. I would do solar in the outhouse, but it's surrounded by trees. I don't think any sunlight would really hit there. So maybe just one of those pull string lights that are battery operated. And so if we have to go out at night, it's not as dark. Ooh. What a blustery cold morning this is. It's about 10:30 and the boys are packing up the truck, getting everything organized, and then Pete Jr. is going to take the first attempt to cross the lake with his snowmobile. Let me get past the generator here. Peter and I are just kind of getting things ready. Pete's getting a fire going in Dan's cabin so that he can be warm when he returns. And I'm going to get a meal going so it's nice and hot. So, yeah, after, I think it's 11 or 12 days of them being stranded is coming to an end. So that's nice. But if you look at the ice here, I'll show you just, you could go ice skating on it. It's incredible. Like, look at that. And it is just whipping wind. Minus 15 right now. But that is going to make it really hard for Pete Jr. to cross with his snowmobile, because the snow helps the machine cool down. And it's going to be slipping and sliding, that's for sure. But as long as he can make it over safely, and everything is firm ice. And he needs to watch out for, there's big cracks that have risen a couple inches. So he's gonna have to take it slow. But let's go check on Pete and how it's going in Dan's little cabin. How's it going?
Both lighters are out, or they're just too cold to light.
Oh no.
I'll go walk back. I'm just going.
Does he have matches anywhere?
I looked around. I didn't see him.
It's a cold one in here.
Yeah.
Let me go look on his. Oh, you got it?
Just get it going.
Phew. So in his cabin, it's about minus 13 or 14 right now.
Good morning. Today is the big day. We're gonna we're gonna cross the lake, and Pete will come across with the snowmobile. I'm gonna get the snow dog going, but it was extremely cold last night, and that's a good thing because looks like the ice is even thicker than it was yesterday. We gotta warm this guy up. It might take a while. So I've got to go to the boathouse and pick up the snowmobile trailer, so when Pete does get here, he can pick up the groceries and all that from the truck. So you spin out because there's no snow to grip the trailer. You got to watch it on the corners. So here's the snowmobile trailer, and I'll get the snow dog trailer in a minute. So I'm missing the little bolt for this, but I'm going to see if I can find something. Just a couple jars of bolts here in the shop. Make something work for now. This might do it. Yeah, if that can go right through, we should be good. Like this. Yeah. That'll do it.
So it'll be nice when we can see him pass through the narrows. It is brutal, and the wind is so strong. And it's just sheer ice. So, quite the adventure.
We put a drone in the air and fly as far away from the cabin as we can without losing signal. And then we use the 7x zoom to keep an eye on Pete during his crossing. If something were to go wrong, we have the snow dog ready to head out with ropes and other equipment. Because of the lack of snow, he told us he would stop once or twice during the crossing to let his machine cool down. He's back on his machine and heading towards the cabin. He stays close to the shoreline while he can, and he hits every patch of snow he can find to cool the engine and lubricate the tracks. Looks like he's getting back on his machine to pull over to let it cool down because it's sheer ice, and the snowmobile typically needs snow to keep the engine cool. So he's back up and running. And now he's going on to the big water. Oh, he just went.
No. Oh.
He's okay, he just spun around.
Oh my goodness, he's spinning in circles.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's a big challenge out there.
He probably wants to go faster too on this, so
He's gonna have to go slow.
there he goes. Hey Dan. We see him, he's just spinning in circles out there and barely making it. He's just like literal circles. Wow. Oh dear. So close. Oh wow. No goggles?
Hey, puppy. Back, puppy. I think other than seeing the cabin and mom and dad and Lando again, we both Dan and I are excited to get our shavers because we only took one and it died, and so we couldn't shave. Happy I made it. It's hard like that. My front skis are the ice scratchers, I think they're called, and they help guide the sled a little bit, but with no rear traction whatsoever, even put my full body weight, it's skating, it's a skating rink out there, so it's like,
Good boy. Excited?
got no traction whatsoever without studs. So that'll be something I'll look at later, is a smaller paddle, like a 1.6 with pre-studded track for situations like this. Hopefully we get some snow and it covers this nice thick ice, then we can ride safely to and from the marina and everywhere with ease and have fun, because ice isn't too much fun.
With Pete making it safely across the Narrows and across the lake, I decided to take the Snow Dog out to pick up Dan and the supplies. The Snow Dog is considered an early ice machine. It's lighter than a snowmobile and is designed to be used in these types of icy conditions. I crossed the lake without a vent, but when I arrived at the truck, I noticed that my trailer was missing.
No way. Oh.
I will need to go back out onto the lake and find it, and then return to pick up Dan. My bolt didn't do the job. I lost the trailer part way. Now come back to get it, but it's a good chance to take a look at the ice. See how thick it is. It looks nice. Alright, try it this time. That should do it. The Narrows is the weakest ice on the lake, at least until it freezes solid. It's the last area to freeze over in the winter and the first to melt in the spring. Having crossed it 3 times now, it looks like it has been freezing up nicely. With the trailer in tow, I head through the Narrows and back to the marina where Dan is waiting in the truck.
Whoa! How'd that happen? Here, come in the car, Pa. It's all warm.
By the grace of God, I'm here. The Narrows opened up on my way out, I guess.
Wow.
Coming back, following my same path, just going as fast as I could. The last minute I saw open water, and it went in. The machine luckily went out. All this went under, but it had enough momentum. The machine skidded off. I was fully submerged in the water, and I just stayed calm. I had my ice picks. Without these, I'd be still swimming. Thank the Lord I had these. And without that, with these I was pick, pull, and I got up on the ice again. The machine was sitting there running, even though this was full of water. And my seat's gone, sunk in. And I was just praying. And I crawled on my belly, got back in, and was able to haul in.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not want to tell this story today. In fact, I dreamed nightmares of this all night. The Narrows is dangerous right now. So I don't know if we're going to be able to go or we
No.
have to go around, but wow. These flotation suits are amazing. Pushed me right up to the surface. They're like a life jacket, but for everything. But they take days to dry. So we're in a bit of a pickle here, but I'm back safe. I'm alive.
You should hop in the truck, Pa. Like, that is
I don't want to go
crazy.
soaked.
Well, it's better than
I'm
being out
actually-
here.
Like this probably my boots full. I'm actually warm inside the suit. It's like a wetsuit or a dry suit.
It's crazy.
My brand new gloves. My camera's probably wrecked. I
Oh,
think I was filming and threw
Here.
it. Camera's wrecked. Phone still alive. I just hope he wasn't watching on a drone and panicking now. Hey. Is Pete there? Pete's still there? Tell him don't go out. Don't go through the Narrows. I'll call. My phone got wet. Here, we'll call on Dad's phone. Hey guys. So, I don't know how to tell you this, but the Narrows are open.
No way.
Yeah, I'm.
Are you good?
I'm good. I'm here at the truck now. The most unbelievable thing. The machine went in,
Uh-oh.
and then, but it was moving fast enough. It nosed in and crawled back up. I went fully submerged.
What?
I was swimming, and if I didn't have my ice picks, I'd still be out there.
No. I was droning, Dad. I just did, like, I flew out there as far as I could. I was looking, and I was like, oh, good, the Narrows is still frozen, so he didn't fall in or anything.
I was flying along across my same path, but I guess on the way out it cracked a big hole, probably 4x4. And I just saw it at the last minute. I turned and hit the edge, and the machine went in. I think that turn at the very end saved the day, because the machine would have gone right under. It
way.
nosed under, and it bounced up and skidded with the trailers to the side. My seat fell off. It's gone.
What?
That's not it.
Oh, no.
Who cares about the seat?
Yeah.
You're here.
Dad, that's nuts.
Right in.
Dad,
So the machine was 10 feet from me.
I can't
Probably
even
right by
believe
here.
that.
I think I was filming at the time, maybe.
Oh, no. Well, man, I feel happy, like, even though that's bad, I just feel happy you're out. Dad, I'm not kidding. When I was droning, I was envisioning in my head, like, just kind of playing out, like, okay, what if Dad's in the water? Like,
Believe me, I had this same nightmare all night last night. I didn't sleep. But anyway, I knew what to do. Maybe the nightmare was a warning.
premonition.
Premonitions, whatever. So I just calmly took off my gloves. I'm treading water. Grabbed
Unbelievable.
my picks, which were here. I did the zipper, opened the picks, stabbed them in, took about 3-4 times, pulled myself laying flat on the ice. And then I looked over and I was like, the machine is up. I thought it had gone under. And I was just praying, and I just crawled on my belly. And then carefully turned it around and then just kept going till I was out of the weak area and then hauled across the lake. Oh,
You're there safely.
Without all the safety gear, you're dead. Dead in the water. So
Now what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I gotta take this off. It's full of water. My flotation seat though pushed me to the top, which is amazing.
Yeah, hop in the truck.
Yeah. Well, right now inside the suit is warm.
Wow.
Absorbed all the
So
water.
they work.
Yeah, they work. But it's gonna take a month to dry. So
Yeah, even Dan's boots. Remember how long it took to dry.
I'm kind of thankful I didn't take the sled out. It probably would have cracked on the way out.
yeah, the Narrows are deadly.
Can you cross? Can you cross on like how Dan crosses on land and then over?
Well, you can go to that other property and come across, but all of this is still just risky. Like,
So you're gonna have to stay
I've
the
never
night
been
out there?
through but you turn to the right, and that's where those snowmobiles came out of. Then you could. But I think I think the rest of the lake is good, but I don't feel like risking it right now. Worst case, we I don't know. Let me get out of my wet clothes and we'll call you back.
okay.
Well, can Kendra dry your suit for you? Put it inside out and dry it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll text her right now. Love you.
Okay, don't.
That's
Tell them not to panic. I made it alive.
That's insane, Dad.
We're still in shock, panicking, but yeah, okay.
Me too. I love you.
I love you.
Stay safe.
Yeah, love you. You too, Pa.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm still stunned. Like he swam in water.
I just can't believe it broke through.
Like he this morning he came out and he's like, I could not sleep. He slept until like 7:30, and I was like, well, I didn't make you breakfast, and I ate before him. And then he's like, well, it's because I dreamed I went in the water. So yeah, that's just unbelievable. But I mean, I think because of that dream, he kind of just slowed down and he took his time going through all the safety precautions. Yeah. Let me turn that off for a second. Let me just think about this. Wow.
That's insane.
It is mental. Dad's in the water.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's unreal. But
I was thinking the whole time the safest thing would be if you just got picked up by the helicopter.
I know.
So, like, they could get it tomorrow and take it.
Yeah, but they could if they want to get here right away. But we've been talking to a guy with a fan boat way down in Ottawa, and we were gonna go pick it up next week anyway. So Dad and Dan could potentially just go down south to Ottawa.
How are we going to get our video out? That doesn't even matter at this point.
No, you just give an update. But it should only take 2 days for Dad to get out. It'd be late by 2 days, but that's perfectly fine. They just drive down. They could drive down tonight to Toronto if they wanted to, but he might just camp there. But then tomorrow you drive all the way to Ottawa, talk to the dude, buy it if we want it, drive back up to Toronto in one day.
The bank's
and then
not
the
open
next
on
day,
Sunday. So we have Monday.
or whatever.
What Sunday?
The bank. To pull off cash. But anyway, then it'd be Monday. Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
They could potentially go into town quickly, schedule a bank, but for that
Well,
much, you have to
he's like
schedule
he's
a bank.
soaked and shooken up probably.
I know. Crazy.
What time is it?
I can't believe it.
I hope Dad's phone's okay. That's why his phone was so quiet, because it's probably broken. I guarantee you Dad's phone's broken, because it's all cracked up.
Can you get a new one? Do they have Apple Care or whatever where you can get a new one?
Oh, he does actually.
Dad does, yeah, so he could probably get a new phone. Our camera is just dummied. That's
That's unbelievable.
I mean,
It doesn't matter at this point. Dad's okay.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. You know what's the craziest thing though, Caroline? Is Dad woke up late this morning, and he came out and goes, I couldn't sleep. I had a nightmare. I fell in.
Aw.
Dad even said that on the phone. He's
And he
like,
goes, I
fully...
feel so sick with the boys coming out here. He's like, I just feel super uneasy.
That's so scary how fast something could happen. Luckily, nothing happened.
I mean,
But he
thankfully it's Pa, you know, like,
Well, and he
Pa was
goes,
fully submerged.
he said
just went
if
into
he
the water.
didn't, and he said if I didn't slightly turn the machine would have just dragged it right down, like even with him.
Well, it would have just sank.
But he goes, and he floated, like the whole suit was worth the money because it floated him.
Good.
Yeah,
He was wearing a full suit and stuff?
right. Of course, Dad does. You know him. He's all safety.
He said as he must have cracked it when he was going across, because he said when I was coming, I saw at the last second a 4x4 foot hole in the ice. So I just like went right to turn, so it went bang and bounced off, but his whole seat and everything flipped into the water. So he went into the water. The machine tipped on its side and went away from it. And then he had to swim in ice cold water and wind. Imagine that. Like
No,
he's
especially
like,
today.
oh
It
my
said
goodness.
it's minus 15 today without the wind chill, and the wind chill is
It's
probably
probably minus
45 right
25.
now.
Yeah, but so then you'd have to take off these big brand new gloves we just bought him. They're
Mhm.
massive. And then pull out his ice picks from his pocket and then climb his way out of the ice.
Oh my goodness.
And then flip the machine, start it up, and cross the whole lake. He said it went in the water with him, so he's worried it's broken, but it was recording, so.
And I feel so bad. I can just picture him with the trailer or the little thing flying away. he would have wanted to go get it.
Well, that's what he was saying. He's like, Stink, I made it all the way out here. I need to go get the trailer now.
So sad.
And he's like, I lost my seat. It sunk to the ground, to the bottom of the lake.
So the seat is gone.
I've never wanted a fan boat more in my life.
Even the time that we were up there all together, when we had to skirt around the entire lake, like, what if something happened? Like,
I
that
know.
takes an extra hour to go around the entire lake. Like, it was cool that it worked and stuff, but not knowing whether or not you're gonna sink in the ice with 3 people sitting in the back of the thing with Dad driving it.
Just, we obviously had lots of angels watching over us, but now that, hopefully that's over with. Yeah, I think Dad should just go get a hotel room and just warm up.
Oh, he has no clothes.
Yeah, no, he does have clothes. I left some clothes there always. We always have clothes in our truck. Thank God. Like.
Well, let me call Dan again, see how Dad's doing.
We'll call you back.
You can just set it on the snow dog for now.
Ice picks.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
I didn't even notice the water and stuff when you first pulled up.
Yeah.
So just out walking Lando. What a crazy day. My head's kind of trying to wrap around what happened. I'm super thankful Pete had his full suit on, flotation suit and ice picks. Yeah, so we're still stranded. And basically all that happened is that Pete Jr. and Pete Sr. swapped spots. Pete Sr. and Dan, they ran, even though Pete was sopping wet, his gear's wet, like everything is just soaked. He quickly undressed. Luckily we had left some of our belongings in the truck. He changed into those and he put on Daniel's shoes. And so he's wearing Dan's shoes, which is a size 12. He's a 13. And he ran into the bank right before they closed. He said like they were just about to close and he was able to get everything he needed to go and purchase a fan boat just in time. And now they're just quickly running into some little store and buying a pair of shoes for Dan. And then they can drive a few hours, stop at an en route, probably travel station, like gas station. They'll stay the night and then drive the remaining 4 hours. If they could do 2 hours tonight and then 4 hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours tomorrow. Early in the morning, meet the guy, the gentleman, and then get trained up on how to drive it, and then turn around and come all the way back Sunday night and cross in the morning. You know, we were all excited. We're like, well, just cross at night. We're like, no, we're not going to do that. They'll, you know, cross probably Monday mid-morning. And thank goodness for Zoleo and flotation suits. Like Pete said, it worked unbelievably. I think we lost our brand new camera, which I could care less about. We have the footage. And yeah, everything worked. His ice picks, everything. Like, I'm just so thankful. But yeah, I'm still trying to come to grips with everything, but it's all right. Yeah, so it'll be all good. Pete Jr.'s here. He's trying to make it as cozy as possible. He's like, Mom, what movie do you watch? I'm like, my head is swimming. I can't think and sit and watch a movie right now. Maybe I'll go clear my head, talk to you guys, and just run Lando for a bit, because Lando knows something's up, so he'll sit by me and just whine and paw if, you know, he knows something's wrong. Caroline, of course, was very concerned. She's been calling and texting all day, like, you know, when is Pete over? Is he going over? We're like, did he make it? Did he make it? And we're like, yeah, he made it. And then I told her that to text her that Dad was heading out. And again, you know, she just has that, she's just like Pete Sr. They want to know everyone is safe and sound, and everyone takes the safety precautions. So all those years of Pete Sr. on the fire hall and as the medic has really paid off. And a lot of different events, you know, as we were overland in and living off grid, sometimes you can get kind of frustrated because you're just like, come on, you know. And I was a little bit like that, like the ice is thick enough. I mean, it's been so cold for so long, like at least a good 5 days of minus 15, and sure enough it wasn't. And so he always, all the gear all the time, and that's been his motto with the kids and how we travel. And I'm so thankful for that. Come on, Lanto. Look at you go. So, whew. All right, well, I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll see you guys in the morning for coffee.
I guess I could join that club now. All the old timers around here tell stories of going through the ice with their snowmobiles, and I used to look at them and go, how did you end up doing that? But now I know. After making it to the bank just on time, Dan and I got something to eat and began the snowy 3.5-hour drive down to Caroline and Matt's place. It's been an exhausting day, both physically and emotionally, and we are going to sleep well tonight. So that was a snowy drive, but we've come now 3 hours. That means tomorrow we only have 3 hours to go. And it's also a wonderful opportunity to spend some time with Matthew and Caroline. So we're going to go in, have a wonderful night, and we will see you tomorrow. So I took all my wet gear last night into Caroline's apartment, and it's been drying by this little heater here. And actually it's been drying pretty good. I just flipped this around. It's a little bit wet. Just damp on this side. The other side that was hanging here all night is completely dry. Good morning. It was super nice to spend some time with Caroline and Matt last night, and we had a great sleep, and now we're heading towards Kingston, Ontario. It's about 3.5-hour drive. Weather seems to be a lot better today than yesterday, at least here. Hopefully we get smooth sailing all the way out and back. But yeah, we're excited to take a look at the boat, and hopefully it's everything it sounded like it was on the advertisement, and that hopefully can be a solution for us, and we won't be risking our lives cracking through the ice, or you know, in the shoulder season, both in the fall and the spring. Having a fan boat that can travel over ice, water, snow, slush, you name it, is going to be a game changer for us on the island for sure. So we'll see you in Kingston. 2 minutes away.
It's got a new throttle cable on it, brand new carburetor.
Oh, okay.
Brand new. So it's carbureted, so you have to probably give her another pump, right?
Yep.
The guys break in and they gas it, but you don't need to gas it. Just breaking in's the hardest thing on the boat there is possible. So you just take it easy. Take it easy, and then you feel yourself starting to want to get up. Give it a little more gas to get up on top.
So between the box here and the Ross Monster in the front, there's not enough clearance, so we have to take this rack off the front.
Test the trailer lights, make sure everything's working, and then we should be good to pull out of here pretty soon. Alrighty, sweet. The lights work, and man, this fan boat looks absolutely amazing.
boat is in tow. We're pretty excited. He gave us a really good rundown of everything, how to do maintenance, how to obviously start and stop, you know, how to take care of that boat, and it looks solid. He's taking really good care of it. It's actually imported up from Florida, but he said typically down there they like low sides, so he found one with high sides, which is what we want up here for going between ice and water and slush and all that stuff. So I think we got a good boat, so very happy. And it came with a really good travel trailer, so we are on the highway heading back. We'll see how far we get today. We might be able to go all the way if the weather cooperates and there's no big snowstorms or anything. That'd be awesome, and then we could be at the island by tomorrow afternoon. So come with us, we're on an adventure. Well guys, it is 12:30, 12:40, almost 1 o'clock. We arrived safely at the marina with the fan boat in tow, and so Dan and I have got the heater on here in the truck, and we're gonna get a good night's sleep, and then tomorrow's a big day. We're gonna offload the boat and head out to the cabin and see Carol and Pete. So we're excited about that, but I'm tired now. That was a long drive, but happy to be here safely. We had good weather the whole way and nice clear roads, so that was a bonus. And that's why I figured, you know what, I'm just going to push all the way through, because weather can change so fast, and when you get a good window like that, you got to use it. So good night, and we will see you tomorrow. Good morning from the marina. I had a short but good sleep last night, and got the boat here. Just got to find a good place to offload it. Everything here is on a bit of a downhill slope, going down to the lake this way or that way to the river. So, because these don't have any brakes, I mean, they would just toboggan, but I think, yeah, we'll just choose. There's 3 different ways. We'll choose the least steep one and maybe just push it down the hill and then go from there. But good to be here. Can't wait to get back to the island and say hi to Carol and Pete and practice driving this thing. The only challenge we were worried about was the only way to the lake is steep downhill, and that thing slides like crazy. It's got a poly bottom on it, so we lowered it down with ropes, me and Dan, and now it's safely on the lake. So I'm gonna park the truck and we're gonna take it on its maiden voyage. They probably would be easier learning curve with a bit of snow on the lake, but right now it's just sheer ice, but we shall do our best.
Wow guys, take a look at that. That is an awesome sight to see. It really
on this snow, on this ice, it almost moves. Once you're going, it'll keep going because it's so slippery. So you got to really be ready, you know, keep, I think I'm going to go at a very slow pace this time.
Just got a text from Kinder at the marina, and she said the airboat is en route. So they're crossing the lake right now. It's pretty exciting for our family. And yeah, can't wait to see it and see them. What a new chapter this is. Can't hear them yet. First glimpse of the boat and Pete and Dan. So yeah, so excited to see them and give Pete a big hug and Dan. That's crazy.
That's so skittish coming through. I didn't want to break through again.
Go eat it.
Crazy dog. I'm so happy that he hasn't seen you in what, 10, 11 days?
11 days now, actually.
Especially Daniel.
Wow. That was a real eye-opener for us about island living in the winter. Without a fan boat, you got to be prepared to spend a month or 2 months without access to the mainland. So the boys are going to practice on the machine now, on the airboat. And this is probably the hardest driving conditions ever, so it's a good time to practice. But I was saying to the boys, over the next 2 weeks, we drive as much as you can and practice as much as you can, so that we're very confident with the with driving it. So that's going to turn your back. You go left. That's going to turn you away from the other. So you want to be going away. All right. So one pump of gas and let go. On and start.
the boys have been taking turns learning the new boat and fan boat, so that's exciting. I had to come in. It was just too brutally cold out there for me. I still need to get used to this cold here for January, so. But yeah, they brought some groceries. Most of them didn't make it because of the late. Like, this is, I think, yeah, my basil, I think it was, and it just froze. And my avocados didn't make it, but I felt too bad to tell the boys that they were just, because they froze. It's okay. Like, they froze and then they were being moved around so much within the truck that they're just solid brown. But you know what? That's fine. Everyone's home safely, and that's all that matters.